Hey guys, Akil Stokes here. Welcome back to another video. It seems like I see you every day now between these YouTube videos and the Trading Coach podcast episodes, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. I love the comments that you guys are leaving about how helpful the information has been, both on the podcast and on these technical analysis videos. So you keep doing that. It keeps motivating me. I'm going to keep them up and do as many as I can. Now, what I want to do today is break down a trading opportunity on the dollar index. And I was going to do it live here for you, but the trade has already kind of started playing out. So I'm actually going to show you some footage from our live trading room where we looked at this analysis before it actually happened, because I know a lot of you guys are out there and you're like, oh, Keel, of course you're going to say that would happen because it's already happening, right? So we'll take all the hindsightedness out of it. But before we hop in, I want to give you some background information. So if you've been a consistent follower of the channel, if you're not, make sure you subscribe. That way you don't miss these videos. We've been kind of, stacking the analysis on top of each other. And in the most recent Trading Edge video, we spoke about how this was a busy week with one of the biggest fundamental news events coming out being the FOMC interest rate decision. And with this being the dollar index, it had a major effect on what we're seeing now. Now, if you're brand new, right, I want to clear something up. You probably, if you learned anything about fundamentals and maybe you took Economics 101, you're probably putting two and two together where you're like, okay, what we just did yesterday is we cut our interest rate here in the US, yet we're seeing dollar strength. And if I go back in my notebooks, I have a journal over here somewhere. If I flip through, that's how I do it, right? Lick it and flip it, right? Flip through my notebook. It says that weak interest rate, so a cutting in the interest rate, should mean weakness for dollar. What's going on here? And this is where kind of book stuff and reality stuff are a little bit different. Have you ever heard the saying, buy the rumor, sell the news? If so, what that means is that you have to understand that investors, traders price themselves into the market well before the actual thing happens, right? So if our FOMC interest rate decision was the thing, there was a consensus that we knew we were going to cut. That was priced into the market a very long time ago. So in present day, when that actual cut happens, it doesn't really mean much. Now, if there was some type of deviation from the expectation, they ended up cutting by 50 instead of 25, or they ended up standing still or hiking, then you would see kind of the market go into a panic because this is new information that wasn't expected. But pretty much we all knew a cut was going to happen, and that's what I told you in last week's video. What the market therefore was paying attention was the future. What's going to happen next? And my opinion was that we were going to see dollar strength, mainly because I thought they were going to come out and say, hey, we're going to take a wait and see approach. We have a new president. We have new policy, all of that stuff taken into account. And that would result in dollar strength. And that's pretty much what we heard, right? Jerome Powell pretty much came out and said, hey, we plan to cut less in 2025 than what was originally planned. So if the market was kind of pricing in a cut of this much, I apologize, I don't remember the exact digits of what the expectation was, but the fact that we decided, or we said that we're probably going to cut less than that, that equals dollar strength, along with many other central banks cutting at the same time. So that's why we're seeing the reaction that we did in the market. So now that we got the fundamental stuff out of the way, let's hop into the technical side. Again, I was going to do the analysis live for you right now, but because the market, or because the move is already in play, I'd rather go back and show you the live room footage. That way you can see the analysis that we did before this actual move happened, and maybe I'll come back at the very end and add on to that. All right, let's hop in. So the Dixie, the dollar index, we're in a little bit of no man's land here, right? You see what I did? I drew out my line here and I looked left because structure leaves clues. Yeah, I heard that before. We've just broken and closed above. So these highs, it's going to be hard for you to see it. But these highs were the same as these highs. And we just broke and closed above there. The next highs that are on my radar, or next level of structure on my radar, is right here. So again, this is the good old-fashioned structure to structure trade. I expect price action to go from, after it violates one level, I expect it to go to another level. So the question is, what opportunity does it have here? Well, we can IPD this thing, right? Higher high, higher close. Violation. Prediction that we're likely to go higher. We can look at that on a lower time frame, and it's not quite a flag pattern. Maybe on an hourly, and that's flag-ish pattern. But regardless, you can look for a breakout, right? So if you're a flag pattern trader, I think Alex is a flag pattern trader, right? Alex not here anymore. But if you're a flag pattern trader, this is not a bad. I'm trying to zoom out and get all of this in the same picture. That's not a bad, a bad flag pattern to look for, because again, it's a bull flag, but it's also in a bull flag that lines up with our overall directional prediction, which is bullish. Does that make sense? I know we spoke about it earlier in the week where it's like, hey, what and where lining up. This is where 2 and 2 line up. So if you're a flag trader, this is actually one that I think is really good, because our analysis is bullish regardless, and now we have a bullish breakout, which goes hand in hand with it. Now the question is, how do you trade flags? We know there's 3 ways: before, during, and after, right? Before is saying that, hey, I'm going to establish my position somewhere in this flaggy range in anticipation of the breakout. The during is I'm going to wait for the flag to break out, whether you're trading a breakout of the slanted trend line or a breakout of the horizontal structure line right there, right? And again, that is something that you're going to have to decide and hopefully be consistent with based on your philosophy in the markets. But it would be the same way as the inside bar we spoke about earlier, where we're talking about, you put a buy stop above there, and then just as it breaks out, you trade it. Or, of course, the other way is going to be waiting for the violation and the retest. And again, this will be different depending on if you're using the trend line or the horizontal support and resistance, but you're looking for confirmation of the breakout, a retest, and a move up. Or in the bigger case, I'm going to adjust these a little bit, confirmation of the breakout, a retest, you guys get what I'm trying to do, a retest, and a continuation. So 3 ways you can look for it, but there's a lot of room, because again, going back to our higher time frames, we've got open space. And there's nothing more dangerous than a running back in open space, right? We got open space right here. There's nothing. I mean, let's look. There's that little pregnant pause that we're dealing with right here. But this is nothing. That's the wrong tool. Sorry. This is nothing, right? Next level is right here, and I would argue the even more important level, so a target 2 level, is going to be, I'll use lines so we can kind of follow it up, is going to be the elephant candle, elefante, right? Right there. Let's make these a different color. We can kind of see where they're at. So let's kind of look at this in one more kind of light. Now, other ways to trade breakouts with flags. Again, I'm a structure guy, so I don't necessarily do like the traditional way, but you can do Fibonacci, right? The flagpole, or to move up, swing low to swing high. You can do Fibonacci's. You can see, look at that. You got a 1618 right near that high level. That's good confirmation. You can do like an AB equals CD type deal. We don't have the end of the flag pattern yet, but you can kind of plug it on. If we go back down to the, right now at the low of the range is right around that area. So we've got a few things lining up, guys, at this level. You could also do a range breakout that would put us nowhere near it. But you can see you've got, for me, the main thing is that next level of structure. Check. You've got confluence with a 1618 Fibonacci, the golden mean, the golden ratio. Check. You've got a harmonic move, 1-to-1, AB equals CD. Check. Again, it's a little above it. These are at like 109.50s, but we spoke about not being greedy, right? If you're looking at a move from wherever here to here, I don't think an extra 30 cents is gonna, be worth the risk. So back to real life, you can see the breakout has already occurred, but don't worry, there's still opportunities here. If you're someone that trades an aggressive break off the slanted trend line, well, you missed your opportunity. You can still look for the retest. If you're someone that trades the break and close above the horizontal resistance level, we're about 4 minutes before the close of this candle. So we may actually have confirmation there, and then you can look for the retest or buy at market, whatever is in your arsenal. But I want to look at a few different opportunities before I let you guys go. And one, even taking the flag pattern out of account, and I apologize, I'm going to erase everything, and I don't want to erase everything. I wonder if I can just erase some of this stuff and keep our lines up there. I'll just keep it on. It'll be confusing, but I'm sorry. But understand that this trading opportunity still exists in two zones, right? If you guys remember the video I did the other week about Euro Canada, the head and shoulders pattern, we spoke about the ability to identify key levels of structure. And then at least my philosophy on trading is simple. It's that price travels from one level to another. It's like going from one stoplight to the next stoplight if you're driving in the city. I was going to say something about roundabouts, but me and roundabouts and London have a very bad experience, and I don't want to go there. But the point is, right, all the fancy stuff aside, what you're looking for as traders is a move from this white line to this yellow line, right? That is the first zone. And even if it doesn't come on the flag breakout or whatever, you can still look for retracement and a chance to enter, retracement and a chance to enter, retracement and a chance to enter. After we get to that level, I would say you want to be a little bit more cautious, but if we can break and close above this level, right, the red line, then that same opportunity opens again. You see the circle that I have drawn on earlier from the day, where same thing. Once or if we violate this level, the expectation is that we're going to travel to the next level up here. And then every time we break out and extend, break out or retrace and extend, retrace and extend, retrace and extend, based on your trading style, if you're a breakout trader, chance to enter, chance to enter, chance to enter. If you're a pullback trader, chance to enter, chance to enter, chance to enter. So I don't want you guys throwing away this opportunity just because the breakout from the flag pattern has already occurred. That is just one way to get involved. There are many other ways you can get involved, but what matters most is your ability to analyze the market, make predictions, and find, or I guess predict, where price is likely to go next. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Really cool Trading Coach podcast episodes that have been coming out, video episodes, and some really good ones that are already scheduled, so don't miss them. Enjoy your holidays if I don't see you until then. And until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. Take care.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on. This is war.